If you're older than about 20 or 25, you probably remember the days when you actually had to physically go to a store to rent a movie. And then, when you finished that movie, if it was on one of these, the nice thing to do was to rewind the tape before returning it, so the next person could start watching as soon as they rented the movie. Some tapes even had little stickers on them that said, "Be kind, please rewind." As a kid, I would usually do all the rewinding after a weekend of renting movies with my family. I love the feeling of doing something nice for a stranger somewhere down the road. But most of the time, I didn't transfer that warm feeling to my sister or my parents. I could be kind to a stranger, but I didn't repeat that kindness for those closest to me. If we're honest, that's probably how it goes for most of us. But wouldn't it be great if we could be kind more often than we're unkind? What would the world look like if everyone decided to make kindness a repeat affair? It would be a much safer, more enjoyable place to live. That's why we're using this month to discover what the Bible says about kindness. And we define kindness like this: showing others they are valuable by how you treat them. As people who follow Jesus, we have the ultimate reason to be kind, because God was kind to us first. So we kick off the month by looking at a passage in Titus 3 about how God's kindness saved us and paved the way for our future with Him. We should therefore respond to God's kindness by being kind to others. Then we'll go back to the Old Testament, where we find Naomi and her daughter-in-law Ruth. Their husbands have died, and Ruth has the opportunity to return home to her family. Instead, she chooses to show kindness to Naomi and stay with her. Ruth's kindness doesn't go unnoticed. Boaz sees how Ruth is treating Naomi and offers kindness to Ruth, changing her life in a huge way. Through this story, we hope kids see that we all should be kind to our friends and family. And for week 3, we'll return to the New Testament and revisit one of Jesus' teachings on kindness. For one reason or another, there are people who are overlooked every day. But Jesus says that when we show kindness to one of the least of these, it's as if we're showing kindness to Him. We want kids to discover how they can show kindness to people who are overlooked in this world. We'll finish off the month by looking at a passage in which Jesus talks about the commandment to love our neighbors. But Jesus turns that commandment on its head and takes it a step further. Jesus essentially says, anybody can be kind to their own people, but those who follow God are kind to those who aren't kind to them. Through these stories and scriptures, we hope kids will see how important it is to be kind. Not only is kindness a fruit of the Spirit, but it's also one of the best ways to tap into God's character. When we show kindness to others, we're reflecting the character of God to them. So this month, rewind and be kind, because kindness deserves a replay.